The Lakers Clippers game just finished, man, and it was a very, very good game. And honestly, it had like a playoff atmosphere to it because we know the Lakers and the Clippers little rivalry that they have going on is going to be very intense. And this game pretty much lived up to the rivalry. And I cannot wait to see more Lakers versus Clippers games, man. But the Lakers won tonight, 130 to 125 in overtime in a game where they had to dig themselves out of a deep deficit to come back, withstand the early firepower from the Clippers, and get it done in a very impressive fashion. So I'm here to give you guys my opinions and my quick reaction. Hopefully it's quick reaction to what we just watched, because man, there's a lot of takeaways, and like I said, overall it was a great game. So first and foremost, no James Harden, of course, for the Clippers. It looks like he will not be making his debut until Monday, but they did get PJ Tucker. And then for the Lakers, a ton of injuries coming into the game. Vanderbilt obviously was already injured. That was fine. Gabe Vincent starting to get some swelling. We knew he wasn't going to play. Rui was then announced to not be playing as well. So no Rui Hachimura, no Gabe Vincent. And then literally minutes before tip-off, Lakers will find out they will not have Taurean Prince as well. So that means Cam Reddish got the call. Yes, Cam Reddish got the start today for the Lakers. And that is definitely surprising, right? The Lakers not really looking for Cam Reddish to play starter like minutes, but he gave you 37 minutes today. That means you also had to play Max Christie, elevated amount, 22 minutes for Max Christie. So the Lakers, without really 4 of their main pieces, but 3, because Vando obviously has been hurt all season. You went without 3 of your main guys. The Clippers did not have James Harden, so you have a big piece also not there. We didn't see everything that these two teams had to offer, but man, they both were scrappy without those guys. Kawhi Leonard, his first quarter, man, was probably one of the best first quarters I've seen the whole season so far, man. He was absolutely lights out in quarter one. Really, the whole game he played well, but specifically quarter one, Kawhi Leonard could really do no wrong. Got the Clippers out to that huge lead. He looked good today. Paul George has looked good all season, in my opinion. It took him a while to get things going, but the fourth quarter on, Paul George was also lights out. He was plus 22 in the plus minus. So Paul George really did not hurt them at all. He did get fouled out, however, in overtime. And once he got fouled out in overtime, we've seen some pretty unique lineups coming in the game from Ty Lue that I don't think really helped them much. Having Zubac, PJ Tucker, and Russell Westbrook on the floor at the same time, probably not the most ideal lineup the world has ever seen. Russell Westbrook had a good stat line game. He had 24 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals. But I feel like his play was still up and down. It wasn't really what that stat line says. That says great game in 44 minutes. But he was 9 for 21, which is not bad. I mean, you'll take that, especially if you're giving you a bunch of other stuff. He was -8 for his plus minus. 6 turnovers, definitely hurts. 5 fouls, wasn't that great. He had an up and down game. Up and down game definitely wasn't awful. I don't want to act like Russell Westbrook had a bad game. Wasn't awful. Just wasn't what that stat line suggests. And you could kind of see people, I can see people running away with the idea that he had a great game based off that stat line. I did not think that was the case. But really, you didn't get nothing else besides what you got from Russ, what you got from Kawhi and Paul George. That was mostly it. Zubac got you 9 rebounds. Off the bench, Norman Powell was the scorer off the bench with 12, leading all the players in that second unit. But there wasn't much. There really was not much there for the Clippers. We will see how things look when they do get James Harden. Like I've been saying before, I'm not a fan of the James Harden deal for the Clippers. I think losing, Covington, Nicholas Batum, KJ Martin, that will actually hurt the Clippers. And I'm interested to see how Russell Westbrook plays with James Harden. But today, They played good. They played good at overall as a team. That first quarter was great. The rest of the game was pretty solid for the Clippers. Like I said, LA, that rivalry, playoff atmosphere, that was a good game to watch, man. Definitely a fun game to watch. Now looking at the Lakers. The Lakers played terribly in that first quarter. The first half really wasn't that great. Second half for the Lakers looked fantastic. D and LeBron, of course, they played good, man. They played very well. LeBron had 35 points, played 42 minutes. That and overtime, and what they were talking about before, the 28 to 30 minute restriction, we have not seen that, quite frankly, since game one. We will see how that plays out long term. You still don't want that type of minutes, but in a game like this, where you have so many players injured, you really only had 8 guys available. You knew there was going to be elevated minutes for everybody involved, and then you add overtime on top of that. That's exactly what happened. Anthony Davis played really good. Also, 27 points, 10 rebounds. LeBron had 35 and 12 and 7. So your two guys, they did the thing. One guy that definitely stepped up. 2 good games in a row. D'Angelo Russell, 27 points for D'Lo today, 3 for 7 from the 3-point line, 10 for 19 from the field. D'Lo, 2 good games in a row. He did miss the potential game winner, but we're going to forgive you, D'Angelo. You played really good out there today. Austin Reeves still took a long time to really get going. He eventually did get somewhat going. The first half was not good for Austin Reeves again. He really has not looked like the same player this season, but we've seen him play really well last season. We've seen him play really good over the summer. So you're hoping that maybe things will fall into play. But the main piece and the main guy I want to talk about, Christian Wood. Christian Wood I have fallen in love with Christian Wood with the Lakers this season. He needs to be playing a ton of minutes. He played 29 today. I think the best lineup is when Christian Wood is on the court with Anthony Davis. A surprising lineup we had today was Christian Wood at the 3. Yes, they went 3 big men, and none of that included LeBron James. Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, and Anthony Davis on the court at the same time. And surprisingly, the Lakers went on a run with that lineup. It did not even have LeBron in it. Going on a run with that lineup is definitely impressive, but I like what Christian Wood is bringing to the table. He's playing even better on the defensive side than I expected, because we know he's not a defensive guy, man, but 10 points today, gave you 11 rebounds in those 29 minutes, provides that versatility. I love what I'm seeing from Christian Wood right now, man, and the fact that he was available so late in free agency is an absolute steal for the Lakers. He's going to play a pivotal role. And what this game really shows for Lakers fans is the Lakers are still a team that when you're in that playoff environment can show up and show out. We have not seen that game yet for the Lakers this season. And this is definitely that game that gives you some hope, saying, okay, maybe the Lakers can figure this out. Maybe they do have something promising moving forward, man, because this was a gritty win, a good, tough win, and you survived 30 plus points from Kawhi Leonard, 35 points from Paul George, 24 from Russell Westbrook, and you still got it done without a lot of your main pieces. So I don't want to go on too long, man. That is my initial reaction. Cam Reddish, he played good in the start. Not offensively, struggled, didn't knock down a 3, but defensively played pretty good. And I like the minutes that we did get from Cam Reddish. Of course, you don't want him seeing that type of minutes on a consistent basis. Max Christie didn't have the greatest game. You know the potential is there for Max Christie. I would still like to see him in spot games, get more playing time. But obviously, when everybody's healthy, I'm not really looking for Max Christie to play too much, man. But like I said, those are my opinions. That are my thoughts of the game. You guys let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Were you impressed with the Lakers? Were you impressed with the Clippers? Anything stand out to you? Definitely sound off in the comment section below. It's DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.